Hi guys, this is jsn.com and I'm here with a special package. Finally, it's the time to reveal the Coca-Cola phone powered by Realme. In fact, it's the Realme 10 Pro in a special Coca-Cola version, which even includes a juice. That juice is delivered in the form of the mascot of the company. Now, they're being pretty playful with it. They've called it Real Meow. It's the name of this cat-shaped mascot, and inside there's Coca-Cola, so it's a collaboration you don't see every day. A Chinese company, Realme, the spin-off from Oppo, and also Coca-Cola, the huge American beverages company. I actually looked it up. You can't break this toy and drink the Coke inside because it's honestly pretty cool and pretty tough. It's pretty solid, but if you really want to, I'm guessing you could cut into it and drink the juice. Okay, so that's one part of the package. The core part is obviously this box. Believe it or not, I'm getting some OnePlus vibes here, but of course the Coca-Cola branding is the main one. This is the actual phone, Realme 10 Pro 5G Coca-Cola Edition, and let's get the unboxing going. Okay, so to make things easier, I'm going to remove this from the table and see what the fuss is about. When I say fuss, I mean the fact that this device has been heavily teased. There have been a lot of teasers and a lot of leaks regarding it. It's not every day that you see a beverage company getting in bed with a phone maker. Okay, so here we are. Everybody wants to see the phone, and here it is. Now, they have made the backside feel like a Coca-Cola can, and you have this cut logo here, as well as these two rings around the cameras, which once again should resemble parts of the Coke cans. The texture mimics the one of the Coke can, but my guess is that we're dealing with glass. Glass at the back, glass at the front, and what appears to be a metal frame. I'll say it from the start, it's a mid-range handset, the Realme 10 Pro 5G, with a Snapdragon 695 processor. So it's an unboxing, so let's see what's special in this Coca-Cola phone box. First of all, this thing here, I've already played with it and opened it, and here we are. It's the real thing. Okay, so a bunch of stickers. Quite a few of them, actually triple or 5 times the amount you would get with a OnePlus handset. Most of them centered around the Coke beverage or the Real Meow mascot. Here we have the quick guide, some extra info, and this very nice bottle cap shaped metal key used to access the slots. When I say slots, I have good news for you. The fact that we also have a micro SD. Not sure how to remove this from here, but I don't want to spoil it for the next reviewers coming after me. And also this special card which shows the limited number edition you have here. Now, also in the box, typical accessories like this case. I honestly expected maybe something branded, but it's transparent, letting you see the Coke branding. And we also have the charger with an USB-A port and the promise of 33 watt super VOOC charging. Once again, faster would have been better. It basically cements the mid-range identity of the handset. I'm struggling a bit here to remove this cable. Here we are. It goes from USB-A to USB-C. It helps you connect the device to the, well, charger and possibly the PC if anybody's doing that nowadays. Okay, we're about done with the content of the box. Let's focus on the handset itself. Now, the design here is a matte one, doesn't catch much light and also doesn't catch fingerprints. That's good news. 8.1 millimeters in thickness and a hefty 190 grams. Now it has fired up, so let me set it up for you. The Coke identity is present in the interface as well, as you can see through these red icons. Now let me tone down the brightness a little bit. I think it's better now, and see what we're dealing with here. So the bezels are quite slim for this screen you're seeing here. It's a 6.72-inch panel of the IPS LCD variety, and it has quite a few red icons on the screen. 1080p resolution, 204 touch sampling rate for gamers, and 120 Hz refresh rate. The bezel size is actually pretty impressive. We're talking about 1 millimeter, so one of the narrowest around. Now the CPU we have available here, it's a, once again, familiar one. It's the Qualcomm Snapdragon 695, also seen on the Realme 9 Pro or Pro Plus if I remember correctly. 6 nanometer TSMC powered and should limit the filming to only Full HD as far as I'm concerned. We also have 8 gigs of RAM available here, LPDDR4X, coupled with an extra 8, the dynamic RAM from the settings. 128 gigabytes of storage plus micro SD. The battery is a 5000 mAh unit with 33 watt charging. Believe it or not, we even have a audio jack here and stereo speakers. This is one of them. The other one is, I'm guessing, the earpiece. The fingerprint scanner is placed on the side right here and should help you unlock the phone in a pretty snappy manner. Let me check it out. If it recognizes my print properly, hopefully. Okay, so you have to put the actual tip of the finger on it for it to work. Okay, so that's about it hardware-wise. Let's see what if we forgot anything. Of course, I'm talking about the connectivity. It's a 5G phone with USB-C 2.0 at the bottom, Wi-Fi, dual band, Bluetooth 5.1, GPS, and also NFC is part of the same package. Now the cameras. I think I'm going to start with the selfie one. It's here cut at the top side, not a small cutout to be honest. 16 megapixels and only Full HD capture. The back side is a weird combo. The highest resolution camera in the mid-range department and the lowest resolution one. It's a 108 megapixel main one, 2 megapixel one for bokeh. The main one has f1.8 aperture, PDAF, Full HD video and an LED flash next to it cut in two by this dual tone delimitation. Okay, so here we are in the camera department. You can take full 108 megapixel shots. There's also movie, dual view, tilt shift, panorama, time-lapse, group portrait, pro, slow-mo, text scanner. Then we have the portrait area. There's the photo section and the filters I promised you should be here, including natural, street, crystal, also candy and a few more. Portrait I think is the one that holds the ones I'm interested in. I'm seeing AI color portrait and dynamic bokeh here, plus the famous bokeh flare, which has been borrowed from Oppo. And I'm curious to find, oh, street is where it's at. Here you can find the Coca-Cola 80s filter, which is this one, the 90s filter, and a few others for dramatic effect, deep sea, and so forth. Okay, so we also have night mode, we also have AI, and I'm curious about the night mode, if it has a tripod mode. No, just a Pro mode, which is, by the way, welcome, Pro Nightscape. Okay, so far so good. These are the camera options. Let's talk about the software. First and foremost, I'm happy to inform you that this is actually Android 13. And it has on top of it the realme UI 4.0. Here is where you expand the RAM up to 8 gigabytes. And an interesting feature here is that if you look into the ringtone, it will be the classic Coca-Cola tune. So let's listen to it. Hopefully it's not copyrighted. Okay, notifications are also Coca-Cola material. Bubbles and more things associated with this. I know that you can make a fizzy sound. Oh, so if I remember correctly, once you take a photo, you should make a pop sound. Let's see. No sound here. I'm guessing it should actually be activated from the settings or something like it. Let's see. Usually people deactivate their shutter sound because it's very annoying. Watermark, shutter sound, special edition. This should actually be heard. Can't hear it, so yeah. Maybe a bit buggy earlier in the release. Now, aside from that, you can clearly see here the red icons. We also have the phone manager here, one of the useful apps which checks for viruses, cleans up the storage, handles permissions. Also a bunch of useful tools which you can handle here. Okay, so I think this is about it. I'm definitely sure I forgot something. You don't see every day a special version like this. It would have been nice to come with, I don't know, 6 cans of Coke or something like that. But I guess we'll stick with what we have here. It's interesting for me to have that we have to see that we have a games area and a games center separately. So those two should complete each other. And I also see that we're getting a special separate app market aside from the Google Play Store. And I've heard that in India you should be allowed to see other app stores recommended in the Play Store, which is an interesting feature. Okay, we're done. This has been the first contact with the Realme 10 Pro Coca-Cola Edition. I have to say, if you're a lover of vintage and Coca-Cola stuff, you should be pleased with it, but I'm looking forward to seeing the price, which you can probably find in the description of this video. I'm loving the texture, that's for sure. I'm a bit baffled by the camera combo, and one thing I love is that there's an animation of Coca-Cola bubbling up into the cat, the real meow, once you charge up the phone. That's it from us. We'll be back with more soon from jsno.com. Goodbye.